Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great night. I'm doing another playthrough of the Mass Effect series. I'm doing this one. I should have the recording and stuff for the other ones, but I haven't done it in a while. But this is going to be basically me going through and playing Mass Effect so I can show the story to people who have not actually seen the actual story. I'm doing it mainly because after talking with my mother, where she expressed interest in this story, but I knew she wouldn't actually play the game, it provides a way that I can show her the game. And so that is what I'm doing. I am playing it on a casual level because, I'm just having fun with this, just doing what I can. And yeah, so I'm continuing that series. I don't really remember what I was doing. I was in front of one of the girls for the consort, so let's see what happens.
The consort still awaits your visit.
Okay, so she told me to go see her.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
They
Now I
got the
must ask you to take your leave. I
they
have
got the
many clients
timing
waiting
wrong
to see
on that.
me.
What they should have done is have it where she said I'd be extremely grateful and then give you the hug, so that way it kind of implied something. The way that they did it, it just really comes off as awkward. It looks like you're just
I have to
staring
admit, I'm
into
a
her
little
neck.
nervous.
That's understandable. Many are a little unsure of the task.
Okay. Let's see, do I already have the okay? So I'm gonna fast travel over to Cora's den. Let's see what's going on. So I did disable the music. I am very new to doing this, and I had a video where I played um, Star Wars: The Old Republic, and whenever I did it, the reason why I'm not playing it right now is because I've actually been having issues with the capture card and having audio. Uh, I tried. I'm trying to do a new setup, and I'm not getting audio from the computer. So I'm trying different things with it. So right now I'm just using it for the Xbox, which means I can't play Star Wars: The Old Republic, unfortunately. But I got a copyright notice, not a strike, just a notice that said that the music on it was from someone else. And I obviously know that because it's in the game. I didn't make it, it's in the game. So I went ahead and just muted the sound on for the music because I don't want to get in trouble or anything like that, especially since I'm learning how things work. Yeah, I saw somewhere that it said that it's fair fair use. Yeah, fair use. If you're talking about the actual game and stuff that's part of the game, I'm just worried about getting in trouble.
Commander, what do you want?
And now there's music playing.
I'm here on Shayura's behalf. Your lies are hurting her.
Good! Her lies have been killing me for days. I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and There's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
Then why create rumors and lies about this woman?
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
So things are kind of weird right now. I apologize. As I said, I am pretty new to this, and I'm streaming through this, so I'm trying to still learn it all.
General,
Trying to have fun.
did
with
you
it,
ever
though.
win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ah, more. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
It would be more productive than sitting here.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an Elcor diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why would he think such a thing?
Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this data pad. It shows where I got my info. We'll exonerate Shaira and convince the Elcor.
Who am I taking it to, and where is
Seems
he?
easy enough.
His name is Zaltan. He's an Elcor diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Alright. So, interesting thing about the Elf Corps. The reason why they are built the way they are, and whenever you see them walk and stuff, it's always kind of very deliberate. It's because where they are from, the gravity is so strong that just a fall can break their bones. So they have to be pretty deliberate with it. And interestingly enough, when they go into battle, who do I have with me? When they go into battle, they actually wear harnesses that carry a weapon on their back. It's normally what we would consider a heavy weapon, like a machine gun platform or something like that, that runs off what they call VI. They call it VI. Oh, I'm trying to turn down the volume a little bit. Oh, I can do it here, can I? Or not? I don't know. I think he's over here. What we would consider heavy weapons like machine guns and stuff like that, even rocket launchers and artillery pieces that are run by VI. Now, to us, and it is not over here, it is over on the other side. To the other side. Okay, so let's go and head on over there. Um, yeah, here it is. Here's an Alcor. So it goes on their back, and they have what's called a VI commanding it or controlling it, so that way it aims and shoots and stuff like that while they're running or walking, whatever it is they're doing. Kind of an interesting idea. We actually have technologies that we're working on like that ourselves. Uh, Now, the difference is we have AI, which we're teaching to do a lot of things. They have what's called VI, and the whole point of VI is to make it so that this machine, this computer, is able to do very specific things and that's about it. It's designed to work on A, B, C, and that's it. Hang on, we got this conversation.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
I've come to talk to you about your little problem.
Curious, what do you know about the consort and her relationship to me?
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving, I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Not true. Look at this.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
The Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, Din, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
In this playthrough, quite literally, no. Literally, not what the heck was I saying? Um. Oh, so I need to make sure I talk to this young lady.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
So,
I should be going now.
oh,
Have a
that was
pleasant
wrong.
day. Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
So, when you play this game, especially if you are planning on playing through the other games in the series, I always recommend talking to both her and the consort, even if you're not wanting to do the consort's line. Um, but talk to the consort's hostess, is what I just said. And the reason why is because in later games, you actually meet their mom, and you can mention that you saw them and you met them and you talked to them, and provides more story options. And I think it actually adds a lot more flair to the story that you can have those connections. Um,
It was a long time
there's an
before
interesting idea about the Asari,
into the consort.
that they actually have a
Sounds strange, but I assume
telepathic link, or not link, but ability that I'll talk about in a moment.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see your skin, tough as the scales on any Turian, unyielding, a wall between you and everyone else, but it protects you, makes you strong. That strength is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Elcor Ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you. Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
So that Asari had the ability to influence all races to look pleasing to them. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but there's actually dialogue that if you listen to it in the second game, I think it is, there's a group of a Turian, a Solarian, and I think it's a human. They're talking about a dancer. And when they're talking about the dancer is a the fan. No, mission. Okay, so now I know where I'm at. They talk about aspects of the dancer who is Asari, and it's different to each of them. The Turian talks about the dermal plating, which is what they have. And each one describes something that looks a lot like them. And so that's kind of interesting that they might have that ability, which really makes you wonder, what do they look like? But yeah, it's quite a rabbit hole there. All right, let's see what happens.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who's she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the Conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this Conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the Conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the Conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull...
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward. It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
I'll find him.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
I thought the Ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
So another thing about this that they don't really talk about, which is kind of sad. Well, not sad. It's just kind of, yeah. If you send a fleet after one man, especially someone like Saren, there's one huge problem. You don't know if there's any moles, if there's anyone that has allegiance to Saren. It's a lot easier to secure, or not secure, but to have a single ship go after him than to try, or have a single ship go after him, especially a small Titanid ship like the Normandy, than to have a whole fleet. Because the more people that know what you're doing, the bigger chance of there being someone that's willing to pass information to Saren. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. So, let's see. I'm going to go to the wards. Let's go. Let's make sure Michelle. I think it's No, it's just Michelle. I'm a fan of the Honor Harrington series, and there's a character, Michelle Renault, that I always like.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Feast's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Oh, let's see. So now you'll actually start beginning to play the game, um, rather than just the opening stuff, which is what we've been doing. There's a lot of information though. That's part of the reason why I'm playing it the way that I am. Where I'm doing stuff where you actually get to hear all the dialogue and stuff, because this has such great world building. It is so phenomenal. Um, just so you know, if you are interested in, didn't they say that I need to meet him here? Oh well. Um, so some of BioWare's team broke off and they started a company called Archetype Games. Archetype something. Um, they have a game coming out called Exodus. It looks amazing. But I must admit, I am kind of concerned about a couple things with it. Um, so the main shtick for it is that you get to travel through uh, these gates. I think they're called gates of heaven or heaven's gates that let you travel faster than the speed of light. Well, when that happens, you're subject to relativity. So you're gone for like 2 hours in your time, but like 20 years or more has passed for everyone else. And I think that's a real interesting thing. The only thing is, it's going to make it hard to have the same level of engagement as you have like with this series, because there's characters that you meet in this one that you see in the other three games, and I'm not talking about just companions. There's characters that you see in the first game, a lot more breathing. I am worried that with Exodus, whenever you're jumping through time literally, you won't feel as much of a connection. But I still plan on playing it day one as soon as. Oh, it looks so good. Um, Let me go back because I don't know where I'm going apparently. So I'm actually going to go to CSEC because I think I need to go back up to the Normandy. But before I do that, I'm going to go over here and talk to them. There's a store over here.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
So for the most
Sounds
part,
good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
so I'm not really thinking that there's going to be any weaponry better than what I currently have. Um, just because of what I have currently. Um, yeah, see, everyone has those. But let's see. Let's check the harpoon. Nope. But what I was going to look at, that's not going to compare to anything I have because all my stuff is level 9. However, by the license, it's what I needed. Okay, let's go see what's going on.
In other news, ExoGeniCorp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Well, well.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to
That
hear it,
sounds like
Commander.
a personal
Remember,
problem.
you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Alright, so as much as I would love to talk to him more, I am ready to get the game started. So we're going to start with getting Liara Tassoni. Interestingly enough, in the first game, the number of people that you can romance.
Captain Anderson survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. Our enemy knows we're coming. Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
So you have two options for romance in this game, regardless if you're playing as male or female. And Liara is one of them. And the other one is, for male Shepard, is Ashley Williams. And for female Shepard, it's Kaden Lenko. So that's kind of interesting. They've talked about making this into a movie several times, but I don't think anyone ever got the permissions to actually make it. I'm on the fence about whether I think it'd be a good idea to make it into a movie, for the simple fact that a lot of the games to movies, the ones that you thought would be very straightforward and pretty good, tend to get kind of Let's see. I want to say it's that one, but we'll start with Sparta. They don't go as well as you'd hope. Just pretty sad to me because some of them seem like they'd make a great movie, but I don't know. It's just like there's been talk of a Halo movie. They were pushing it so hard at one point that they literally sent.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
By the way, if you don't recognize the voice, that's Lance Hendrickson, who played Bishop in the Alien series and played a detective in Terminator. But with Halo, they literally sent people to production companies in the Halo suit, in the Mjolnir armor, which I thought was really neat. And we ended up with a show, and that's a whole different thing.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Don't worry, Admiral. I'll take that thing out.
I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facilities, weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
I don't think it's that one. None of those plants look correct to me. So this animation layer is actually pretty cool, because I thought it started with a T, but I really thought it was in this system. It's arid like that one, but let me double check Sparta real quick. Oh, but the cool thing about this image is, depending on if you're going fast or if things are going slow.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
This isn't where we need to go, but we're going to check it out anyways. But it shows the red and blue shift. And I think that's really neat. So I'm going to take Garrus, and I'll take Tali, because if there's any electronics, I'll need them. Going to use the handy map. Okay, looks like it's pretty much in front of us. By the way, for those of y'all who are Mass Effect fans, I am Team Mako. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Mass Effect series, watching something like this for the first time, there's two different vehicles that are used in, oh shoot, that was almost close, that are used in the Mass Effect series. The Mako and the Hammerhead. Oh crap, I didn't realize they had the things out. I hadn't played this in a while. I forgot how I did this. So I'm just like, ah! Sorry if you're wearing these headphones. I didn't get your ears out. Alright. Did I go too far? May have gone too far. Ooh. All right. Okay, so I think I got her. That is what's called a thresher maul. They are very angry.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kahuku's command. He'd want to know what happened here.
So I don't think I can destroy them. Ah, dang it. I will go ahead and blast it with this just to make sure. Alright. Oops. Alright, so you can't destroy that. That's fine. I'll need to get a hold of the Admiral here in a little bit. Let's see. But yeah, the red shift is actually the main blue shift. That's where we need to go. So probably for this stream, I'm probably just going to do this mission. And then whenever I finish up with this, I will probably call it an evening.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It's like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
So there's two vehicles that are used in the series. Hammerhead floats around and stuff like that. It's pretty agile and stuff, but it can't take a hit. It's pretty weak. It fires like a little missile and stuff like that. It's fun and stuff, but I really prefer the Mako. And the funny part is that there's references to that kind of fandom rivalry in the third game. I love it. I love when developers pay attention to the fan base and decide to play off of it. Okay, so there's that. So I watched the thing the other day, and there's this guy who does like really interesting runs. He did a run of the Mass Effect, the first game, without shooting anything. Like, he didn't use any guns. The only thing he used was, oh dang, that's not. He didn't use a gun at all, and it used only biotic powers. Which is pretty neat because there's no pacifist way to play this game. I know there is in some games, but this is not one of them games. Let's see. Oh, that's rude. Shot me through the thing. So very rude. Alright, so, I know I really don't need to do anything with those guys over here, but I'm going to anyways, just because I can. It's not really going to give me any XP because I'm already maxed out, because if you weren't following the story on what's going on with me, which you probably weren't because I'm very new, basically what happened was I played through the first game and the second game using my PC. Well, turns out I was recording at 720p. And that was not acceptable to me, and I messed up because I never checked it. I assumed that it did it at the highest quality it could. So I went to go redo it, and then the ads. So I was playing a modded playthrough to make it look a little prettier and stuff like that. Well, it just kept crashing. It was just not having a good time. So I kind of gave up on it for a little bit, trying to mess around. And then bad news happened again. The game said I had too many characters, or careers, let's say, too many careers. Well, because of that, I was unable to start a new one. And it kept saying that even after I deleted everything so I could start over to show or do the gameplay so everyone can follow it. Well, because of that, I can't play it on the PC, which means I can't play the modded version, which, you know, there's quality of life improvements, makes the game look a little prettier. One of my favorite ones is continuity stuff that makes the uniforms stay the same, the weaponry look the same. Or they look like modified versions of each other. That way, it shows the progression of the gear. Because I think from the first game to the last game, it's only like 3.5 years, something like that. So in each game, they're wearing different uniforms and stuff. Well, that doesn't quite make sense in an actual logistical standpoint that they're the entire uniform for the United System, or the Alliance, that's what it is, would change that much in that short of time. So that's just one of the things that I really like. But it is not to be, and that's fine. I'm just playing it on my Xbox. It is not as pretty and stuff, but you know what? It is still just as All right. All right. By the way, if you never heard the music for this, I highly suggest you listen to it. The music was done fantastic. It is something that I've actually gone to sleep um, listening to, like one of the ambient world versions where they make a YouTube friendly version of the music, and I've listened to it so many times when I'm reading or when I'm getting ready for bed, stuff like that. I listen to it, so I listen to it at least a couple times a month, and I just really enjoy the music. Hey, would you do me a favor and post something in the stream? You're tuned in, right? Oh, all right. Sorry about that. I was just checking something. Wow. Good thing I can't hurt myself on. That could have gone bad. All right. Let's see. There's gotta be something there. Kind of sad that it doesn't let you actually shoot the missiles out of the air. That would be so cool. Um, so one of the biggest changes that they did between the Legendary Edition, or at least to me, one of the biggest changes they made was the way that sniper rifles work. So you see that I have it on and it's very dead. Center. Well, in the old thing, you would kind of drift everywhere. Like if you were actually holding a rifle unsupported, like if you were just holding it like this without, doing the full support, it had really bad drift. Um, I'm sure if you got enough points into it, that it would fix it. But at least at the lower levels, it was just really hard to use. Okay, so he's flipping through that. All right. And then okay, and that is how you do that. Yeah, it always bummed me out how much their drift there was because you'd have to sit almost like 3 seconds sometimes to get a good sight picture of what your tank hit because it would just drift so much.
I think we're good, Shepard.
Alright. I wonder. I don't think it would, but I can try it. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer.
Fire in the hole!
I don't think it worked. Nope. It was worth a shot. I hate these guys so much. Colossi. Dang it. I don't know why. That one always seems to stick there. I don't know why. He just always seems to. Right? It doesn't look like there's any extra goodies back there. So, let's proceed on. So I truly believe that Mass Effect is one of the greatest trilogies ever made. And the way the game is set up, it was originally designed as a trilogy. And although I am not happy with necessarily the way things ended, it's also a thing that you kind of get it. So when they were originally envisioning the game, there was an interview, I think it was with the Game Informer, that they mentioned that they wanted there to be a lot of different endings. It's like, I think in one of them, they said there was supposed to be like 30-something different endings you could achieve. Well, unfortunately, that's not how things went. So, but it's also a colossal thing to try and do. Now, BioWare has made some other fantastic games, such as Jade Empire and Star Wars Knights of the Republic.
I wonder what the R is looking for in here. Most Prothean relics have nothing more than dead individuals.
But yeah, so Mass Effect, I think, was their crowning achievement. Dragon Age is the first game was amazing. The second game was pretty good. It was really enjoyable. I think they messed up when they went to more of an action style than the RPG.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
So one thing that's really, really neat. You don't hear anything? As far as my voice or the sound from the game?
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses.
Okay, maybe there's this glitch in the
I don't
train.
know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Oh, so now you can't hear both? Are you hearing just one or the other, or? Okay. Let's hope that's it and that it's not my stream all glitched out, because that would be very disheartening, because I'm almost done with the mission I was planning on doing. Okay, that is not good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the game, and I'm going to